going on, everybody? It's your boy Shusui, and today we're back with another video going over my top 10 runners in current One Piece Bounty Rush meta. Feel free to leave a like and a sub. It means the absolute world to me. You have no idea, but let's get into it. Alright, for my number one, I have Gear 5 Luffy. I really don't think Gear 5 Luffy is a debate for number one. His traits are insane. Every perfect dodge, he gets another perfect dodge, health back, immune in the center of the treasure area. He's OP. His abilities are insane. His giant form is another insanely OP thing to this game. But all around, very OP character. If you have Gear 5 Luffy and you're not using him, you're really missing out. Alright, for my number two, I have Trafalgar Law. I feel like this card is insanely balanced for an EX. I actually love how Bandai did this card. I love his ability to where if you hit him on the flag, he goes to another flag. He's insanely annoying to play against in leagues. All around though, I love this character. I really don't think there's many problems with him. He's got good skills, good traits. He's slightly not counters Kizaru, but is better against Kizaru because of his traits. But all around, love this character. I think he is perfectly balanced. If you have him, use him. Unless you have Gear 5. Maybe you can run both, but if you have Gear 5, use Gear 5. But Trafalgar Law is another amazing runner. I love him. Great character. Let's get on to number three. Alright, for my number three, I have Goldie Roger, the Dark Element. I love his skills. You can only risk death while you're still alive. I love his Divine Departure. Just all around a W card. Love the fit. King of the Pirates. It's such a cool card. His traits are sick. However, I do think he's going to be out of meta within the next 6 months, which is why I feel like very slowly he's going to be pushed out of meta. But I love how when he's on the flag, you can't get him off. It's just a great card. If you have him, definitely use him. Sick card, love it. But let's go on to number four. All right, now for my number four, I am going to go Blue Rob Lucci. However, I know a lot of people think he's more of an attacker, but that blue thing, the element, says runner, so we're going to call him a runner. I love how this card, his one ability, the Razor, that is such a sick ability. It is also very OP. You can pick where you go on the map. I think him and Saturn are the only two people that have that. I've never been able to use it, but it seems like such a cool ability. All around though, I think he's a sick character. He also has good traits. His Tempest Kick does a lot of damage too. And when Lucci's an attacker and he's in that leopard form, like watch out. That's a dangerous character right there. So I love how he can change to an attacker and back to a runner. All around, love this character. If you have nobody else but you have Rob Lucci, 100% use him. Awesome character. For my number five, y'all, I have Blue Runner Neji. This is another great character for a non-EX. He has that ability on the flag to where a electrical shock goes around. That's really cool. It's also really helpful. He has that trait on a perfect dodge. You get your shield back, which is super annoying because you have to actually pay attention how you play. His skills are cool. The Henry Needle, you can go behind anybody, I believe, like or teleport to them, like a Kuzan, a Kizaru, a Luffy. It's a really cool ability. All around for a non-EX, this is a W card. Highly recommend it. Alright, y'all, for my number six, I have Dark Runner Jinbei. A really balanced non-EX Bounty Fest unit. I love this card. It's really cool. Once again, he has on the flag ability to where it's that whirlpool. His skills all around, the 5,000 prick chop and the water heart, are also really cool abilities that I love. If you have the Dark Runner aka Jinbei, do not be afraid to throw this guy in league. He's awesome. He's really good for a Bounty Fest unit. Don't treat him like an attacker. Please treat him like a runner. All around, I love this character. Highly recommend it. Alright, for my number seven, which might come to a little bit of a disagreement with people, is Light Runner Shanks. I feel like Light Runner Shanks is still heavily in the meta, and I don't understand why people are saying he's not. Anytime I play against a Light Runner Shanks in One Piece Bounty Rush, it's a great fight. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all watch Soul, but he also thinks Light Runner Shanks is still in meta. His skills are really cool. The Divine Departure does a lot of damage. Griffin Rapid Strike and Red Haired Pursuit are sick abilities. His traits, he has that hockey state. W character, I love this character. It has great damage for a runner. He also is a runner, so he captures flags great. All around, a W character. So I think he's very worthy of my number 7 spot. If you disagree, let me know why and who you would put here instead. But he's going to be my number 7. Alright, for my number 8, I'm going to have Green Runner Sabo, which once again, people might think Odin should be in front of him. I just don't like Odin personally. I think his abilities But no. Alright, for my number 8, I have Green Runner Sabo. Sabo is another great character. His skill to where he gets to fly around the map, the Flame Emperor Strike, and then his ability to when he gets hit on the flag, it surrounds the flag. However, that does have a few counters like Kizaru, Sacred Jewel, you know, stuff like that. So, but that's why he's my number 8. If they had no counters, he'd probably be higher. But all around, another great character. I love everything he does with on the flag. He gets to fly around the map, so he has amazing mobility. He does decent damage output, but nothing more than what you would expect from a runner. You aren't meant to attack, you're meant to run. Good traits. He all around is a W runner. If you have Sabo and nobody else on this list, honestly, I wish I was you, because I wish I had Light Runner Shanks, and I wish I had Green Runner Sabo. So if you have one of those two characters, you know, props to you. I love those characters, so definitely use them if you have them. But yeah, let's go on to my number 9. For my number 9, I have Kozuki Odin, and I feel like Bandai just did him dirty with the buffs. I just don't think he's that good of a character. His buffs were to allow him to, I believe it was on the flag, the 1 HP trait, but there's so many people who can counter that. If I'm wrong about what the trait was, then tell me I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was something to do with that, and a lot of people counter that ability. I saw that somewhere, and that's why a lot of people don't like Odin and his buffs. So, but his skills are cool. He's got decent traits, even though, like I said, his newest, biggest buff, a lot of people counter. So I'm not exactly sure what they were thinking there. But all around, I don't think he's bad. If you have him, you definitely could get to high in SS League if you're good with him. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind about that. But all around, decent character. If you have him, use him. But he's going to be worthy of my number 9, and I can't put him any higher. I just think Sabo and Light Shanks have better damage output or better mobility than him. So that's my opinion. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Alright, now this number 10 was insanely hard for me to pick. It was between Yuta, Kid and EX Law, and then Green Runner Kaido, but the main was between Kid and Law EX, and then Yuta. I like Yuta because her pumpkin ability while on the flag is super annoying. I mean, there's no real way around that. Trick or Treat, also another cool thing, it freezes you. So I think she deserves it, even though she's not an EX. I see her more than I see Kid and Law. I feel like she's really annoying. I really am not 100% sure on her traits, but her skills and as a runner, I think she's really cool. But yeah, I personally love this card as my number 10 spot. I think it's very worthy of it. So let me know what y'all think on this. But I have 2 honorable mentions, and obviously the first honorable mention is going to be Kid and Law EX. I mean, I think they're still good. They're definitely not meta anymore, but I think they're still usable. If you have any of the other runners on this list, I think you should definitely use them over this, unless you have like 4 hyper boost level 100, of course. But once again, cool card. It's not something I personally think is worth it to be in the top 10, but you 100% could get up in leagues with this. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. W card, if you have it, 100% you can use it, but it's just not worthy of the top 10 in my opinion. For my last honorable mention, I have Green Runner Kaido. I think he's cool. I think he's a awesome old EX. He's very out of meta. He does have cool skills though. He gets to go to a different flag with his Conquer 3 Worlds ability. I think it's just a cool card, but it's just no longer in meta. He has decent traits, but I mean, catch him with 1 Sacred Jewel, he's out of there. So all around, I think it's an awesome card. It'd be cool if you have him, but he's just no longer in meta. So that's gonna end it for my honorable mentions. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today, but let me know if y'all have anything you changed in this list. I'm sure I forgot somebody, but if I did, which I probably did, let me know. I'll be happy to figure out where you would put someone else. But yeah, that's all I got, so feel free to follow the TikTok at Truly Certified. Feel free to follow the Twitch at Shusui. I'll be live later, and feel free to leave a like and a sub. It means the absolute world. Thank y'all so much, and it's your boy Shusui signing off.
Funny face kid and it's all black on the line, looks right albino. Even though then I know where did all of that time go? I see pyramids, no kind.